Hello, gamers! Hot Ketchup here. As the title says, I will be covering the Kiyotaka Iceberg. I found this iceberg while scrolling on Tumblr and saw someone I followed had made the iceberg, while other people I had recognized following. So check them out in the description. Their Tumblr ats will be left there, even though I know a lot of the stuff on the iceberg. I don't know some of it. So I will be referencing the Taka Iceberg doc. I also got most of the images from there. So here's a brief rundown before we get into the iceberg. One, if you don't know who Kiyotaka Ishimaru is, he's from a 2010 video game, Danganronpa Trigger Happy Havoc. In this game, gifted students deemed ultimates are forced to murder each other off one by one until they all guess wrong or they find out who the mastermind is. Spoiler warning for Danganronpa, like possibly all three games, at least Trigger Happy Havoc. If you don't know what an iceberg meme is, it's an organization of information usually depending on how creepy or how well known information is. In our case, the information is being organized by how well known the information is. You also may be asking, Lily, why this iceberg in specific? Well, if you've been following the channel or my Tumblr account, you'll know that Kiyotaka is my Blorbo. He is the first on the Blorbo board, which makes him the ultimate Blorbo. Fun fact. So let's get started on the iceberg. The first level, basic Taka knowledge. This is the most average knowledge someone could pick up about Kiyotaka. If you aren't a Kiyotaka fan, you probably know some of this stuff already. Kyondo Ishida. Kyondo Ishida is a manifestation of grief. After Kiyotaka saw an AI version of Mondo, he became Kyondo. Editor's note. I've noticed that in some of the comics, it literally shows Mondo's ghost leaving Kiyotaka's body. So who knows, maybe it's Mondo possessing Kiyotaka? It's unwholesome. Refers to when Kiyotaka says this line.
It is a problem! A boy and a girl spending the night together? It's unwholesome!
Taka. Taka is Kiyotaka's nickname, which I've heard on a few occasions and read on the Kiyotaka Iceberg doc that came from a translation error or something. I tried to Google it and I couldn't find anything. Whoever killed Sayaka, raise your hand. This is another thing Kiyotaka says in the anime, and only the anime, I think. Kiyotaka probably is academically super smart from all that studying he does, yet he has no common sense. Blank is not welcome in a school environment. This is another one of Kiyotaka's many wonderful catchphrases. Sunflowers. Sunflowers are a flower that Kiyotaka are commonly drawn with in fan art. Sunflowers are my favorite flower. I think that's why I adore Kiyotaka so much. It adds to it. Caked up. This entry speaks for itself. Next entry. Forget beam. This is a thing Kiyotaka does in the anime. I'll put a video of it here.
そんな問題じゃねえんだよ。
そんなことは忘れてくれ。忘れろ忘れろ忘れろビーム。
ナイスだぜ兄弟。
Speedo Taka. This entry is in reference to the fact that in the spin-off game Danganronpa S Ultimate Summer Camp, Taka wears a Speedo. August 31st. August 31st is Kiyotaka's birthday. I actually stuck a candle in a muffin and sang Happy Birthday Kiyotaka last year, so I'm thinking about how to celebrate his birthday this year. Also, he shares a birthday with Hatsune Miku. Fun fact. Secretly buff. Kiyotaka is known to be secretly buff, as to be revealed in the sauna battle. I'll show a picture here. Likes being censored with men. This was said in one of Kiyotaka's free time events in the game. This entry speaks for itself. Next entry. Ishimaru. This is the ship between Ultimate Biker Gang leader Mondo Owada and Kiyotaka. 10 uniforms. In Kiyotaka's free time events, he says that he has 10 uniforms that he wears all the time. Differing ultimate titles. Kiyotaka's ultimates differ, titles ranging from Ultimate Moral Compass to Ultimate High School Level Hall Monitor and Ultimate High School Level Public Morals Committee Member. Genius. Kiyotaka hates the word genius. He despises the word because he believes it takes more than one very smart person or one talented person to change the world. It takes a lot of hard-working average people. Remember this entry, it will be important later. Rolling Ishimaru. This is a video called Rolling Ishimaru. It uses a Vocaloid song called Rolling Girl. And it has a fan-made animation of some of the Danganronpa cast, mainly Kiyotaka. A blue hoo-hoo. This is the stupid little cry Kiyotaka does, and I'm here for it. He's such a nerd, and I just want to give him a little hug. The second level, General Taka Knowledge. This is the first level of being a Kiyotaka fan. You probably read his wiki once or twice. Only one not to stand next to someone in a trial. Since Kiyotaka stands next to Mukuro and Sayaka, Kiyotaka would never have to stand next to someone alive during the trials. Stage play execution. In the stage play, Kiyotaka gets executed with Mondo by getting stabbed by spears. This differs from the game and the anime. Cut to depressing backstory. This states that Kiyotaka's free time events were cut short so that less of his backstory would be in the game. This makes me so disappointed to know that the game came out over 10, almost 15 years ago at this point, while me and other Kiyotaka fans will never get to know his full backstory. It still makes me a little happy though. In my opinion, with less of a backstory means you can like headcanon your own Kiyotaka backstory, if that makes sense. Panic Prince. Panic Prince is a nickname Mondo canonically calls Kiyotaka. It was featured in a magazine scan. I could not find a picture of it, but I know it exists. I've seen it before. The Scandal. Remember when I told you to remember the entry for Genius? It's important now. Kiyotaka's grandfather, Toranosuke Ishimaru, he was a genius. He became prime minister, and after being in office for a few months, he was forced out of office because of a scandal and had debts that his family couldn't repay. Takaaki Ishimaru. This is Kiyotaka's dad. He is canonically Kiyotaka's favorite person. He is a former cop and the son of Toranosuke. Distrust Design. This entry is referring to the designs from a beta game called Distrust that were scrapped. I'll put the design up on the screen now. The Devil Wears a School Uniform. This is the achievement you get on Steam for completing Kiyotaka's report card. I have the achievement on Steam. Pretty cool. Birthday tweets. I didn't know about these until I started making this video, so I had to research. These made me so joyous. I'm also leaving a translated one up on the screen now. While I was reading them, I almost cried. I am the #1 Kiyotaka enjoyer. Swear to the sun. Practices Kendo. Kiyotaka practices Kendo is proved by these two images. Next entry. Farmer Taka. It is stated in the scrapped ending Danganronpa Another End, where all the ultimates give up their talents to exit the despair-filled Hope's Peak. It states that Kiyotaka would become a farmer. Also, if they can just give up their ultimates, is there like a committee of people who choose their ultimates? Who scouts these teenagers? How many ultimates are there? I'm asking the real questions here. Kai Daisan High School. This is Kiyotaka's former high school before he went to Hope's Peak. The school's name is a reference to two real-world high schools that are two of the most academically acclaimed in Japan. Third most popular character in 2014. As you can see by this image I have put up on the screen, you can see that Kiyotaka was in fact the third most popular character in 2014. Toranosuke Ishimaru. As mentioned earlier, Kiyotaka's grandfather, who caused the scandal. Head pats refers to the Ishimondo head pats photo. Artbook execution plus fan animation. In the Danganronpa art book, it lays out a supposed execution for every character in Danganronpa THH, including Kiyotaka. I'll leave a link to a fan animation below. Taka. Fan Taka refers to whenever you read a fanfic, and it describes Ishimaru as an uwu small bean, when he is quite the opposite. He is not an uwu small bean. He is the beloved twunk. Get it right. Ugh. Sorry, Fan Taka gets me angry. The third level, obscure Taka knowledge, almost in the depths. Ishida free time event. I had no idea there was a scrapped Ishida free time event. I wish they had put this free time event in the game. It does make the Mondo and Kiyotaka storyline, like, kinda way more sad. Yet, so much more deep, in my opinion. Bohemian Rhapsody cover. Kiyotaka's voice actor, Sean Chiplock, answered and asked on Tumblr saying, I wonder what Ishimaru's favorite song of all time, resulting in the Bohemian Rhapsody cover. Uniform collar kanji. From what I read on the wiki, it can be read as 4 different ways. To be defeated, to be madly in love, to be annoyed, or to visit a shrine/grave. Ultra Despair Girls note. In the spin-off game Ultra Despair Girls, we see a note titled, I'm only 16, I don't want to die. I'll leave it up on screen for you to read. Mastermind Taka for Coma. This is a comic that depicts these 5 Monokumas brainwashing Kiyotaka and basically making him act how he would if he was the mastermind, except no exceptional harm is done to any of the main cast. He just wants to respect public morals. Even when he's evil, he just wants to do the right thing. This also brings up another question for me. Who are these bears? Are they the Mono Cubs? They look like the Mono Cubs. Like, I see how reasonably they probably aren't, yet I'm still going to question it. Taka plays Kiss, Marry, Kill. Sean Chiplock went on a podcast, Ultra Hope Girls, a Danganronpa podcast, and at the end of the podcast, he did Kiss, Marry, Kill as Kiyotaka. I'll leave a video down below. I listened to an episode of the podcast last year on Spotify. I recommend you listen to it too. Ishimaru. I don't know why this is so deep on the iceberg. I think it's the meaning of his name, like his last name. Ishi meaning stone, and Maru meaning 0 or circle. His last name meaning circular stone or stone circle. Ishida wants a Dakimakura of Mondo. This comes from the official Danganronpa manga, I think. I may be wrong. If I'm wrong, say so in the comments. I'm always open to criticism. In this comic, it reveals that Ishida wants a Dakimakura of Mondo. What is a Dakimakura? A long body pillow with a character on it. Ishimondo Valentine's Day cake. Tomorrow is Valentine's Day at the time I'm writing this script. This fits so well. It also has a Kamahina cake. This was a Spike Chunsoft tweet that announced the cakes were available in Japan. Early/unused graphics. These are just early/unused graphics from the game. I'm also putting screenshots of these in the video to prove to my mom, yes, Kiyotaka does wear a watch. I win, Mom. I win. Kiyotaka Ishimaru. This is Kiyotaka's beta name. Next entry. This is off the chain. This is another audio Sean Chiplock recorded. I've heard it on TikTok a few times. Makoto-sensei. Kiyotaka calls Makoto Professor Makoto in the English version of Danganronpa Trigger Happy Havoc, and in the original Japanese version, I assume it would be Naegi-sensei. Like I said before, everyone who had help in making the iceberg will be left in the description. Like, everyone who made the iceberg, I did not even, have part in making the iceberg. I'm just, reviewing it and stuff. So, yeah, go check them out. Pledge staff member confirms Ishimondo. I don't know if the image is clear enough to see. It was pretty blurry whenever I screenshotted it. It basically says that Kiyotaka and Mondo would have moved in together and got a dog. Plays soccer. I knew that Kiyotaka played soccer from fanfiction and other stuff like that, but this image implies that Koyoko plays basketball. That's cool though. I just didn't know. MMD videos. MMD videos are videos made with a software called Miku Miku Dance. Some of these videos are bound to be Danganronpa themed, or even further, Kiyotaka themed. I'll leave a link to some in the description. La Epic Bazinga. This audio came from a Twitter post. Next entry. 4th level. Taka Hell. His eyebrows are long, but my appreciation grows longer. Taka and Yashihiro are stepbrothers. Taka and Yashihiro are stepbrothers, proved by having to take Takaaki's demon card to Yashihiro's mom, Hiroko Hagakure. Taka and Celeste/Peko are siblings. Look at this diagram. Compare their eye colors and hair colors. Some people will even go as far to headcanon Ishida and Kiyotaka to be siblings, which is like cool. I think that's cool. Ishimaru clone theory. This is a theory that Kiyotaka, his father, and his grandfather are not 3 generations of Ishimarus, but instead clones of Kiyotaka's grandfather. Kiyotaka has no mother nor grandmother. Him and his father also look the same. His dad just looks middle-aged. Seems pretty plausible to me. Taka's fursona is a meerkat. In reference to Sean Triplock going to Anthrocon and said his fursona was a meerkat, so by extension, Kiyotaka's fursona would be a meerkat. Kiyotaka is autistic coded. Yes, Kiyotaka is very much autistic coded. He is loud, he struggles in social situations, he has a focus on education and morals, a special interest maybe, in black and white thinking. I relate to him so much. I relate to him. Left-handed. This image that I'm putting up on the screen proves that I'm right-handed. I also got this screenshot from Quora saying that people will wear watches on their non-dominant hands. And what side does Kiyotaka wear his watch on? His right side. His right hand. He is left-handed, folks. I don't care if it's a headcanon. It's canon to me. Taka is Hope's Peak's PR scheme. This theory states that Kiyotaka was not chosen based off his true hard work, but off the idea that Hope's Peak could profit off of redeeming an Ishimaru. Taka is mentioned less than Hifumi in their trial. Hifumi was referred to 134 times. He was objectified, aka called it or thing, 30 times, and name-called 104 times. On the other hand, Kiyotaka was referred to 119 times in total, objectified 56 times in total, and name-called 63 times in total. Danganronpa Ultimate Battle. This is Kiyotaka's card in the mobile game, Danganronpa Ultimate Battle. That's it for the Kiyotaka Ishimaru Iceberg video. I really hope you enjoyed this video. I really enjoyed making this video. Final note, Kiyotaka is poor little Meow Meow. It's not even his fault. Have a good day. See you guys in the next video.